Hello everyone and welcome to episode 5 of 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, the game that I keep thinking to myself, we've got to find time to play it more frequently throughout the week, and then the week just keeps getting away. Let's go ahead and hit load game, and sure, yep, battle preparation looks about right. So, I don't remember whether we last left off with a story beat or a combat beat, but let's start with a combat beat, because I feel like we can do the next one. We're still in Ashibata City, we're still on normal. Yeah, looks good to me. Okay, so the folks that are on brain overload, yeah, they're already out.
I don't think I'm doing so well. I don't think I'm doing sorry. Don't think I can.
All right, let's take everybody out. So we can see down sort of bottom right-ish under the bonus objectives, we want to have Miura on the strike team, and I'm so sorry that I still can't tell these people apart by sight. So Miura, you're on the team. City defense at the time of clearing 70% of higher. Now we've done that in the past, so we've got a fairly good shot. I've sort of more recently been introduced to the idea that we can bring fewer than the maximum into combat. Until that's a bonus objective or something else, I am not inclined to do that. So, do we know anything else about what we want to do? Also, I should probably upgrade my gear, but before we do that, let's, I want to get Takamiya in. You know what I want to do? Hold on. I want to see who is the lowest level. Miura's definitely on the team, so let's select Miura. Aside from that, is there an easy way to see what the level is of these characters? It sure doesn't look like it. Pilot level 5. Okay, so we can see it. So he's 5, 6, 7, 5. Okay, so what's your name? I'm still like trying to figure out where in the screen. Top center, Megumi. Okay, Megumi's on the team. Let's at least get all the level 5s. I think that's a good place to go. All right, so Nenji Ogata, Takatoshi. All right, and then after that, it doesn't matter so much. Okay, so let's just make sure that we get those guys. So you two are both on the team, and then we're gonna get Megumi. Sorry, level 5, yes. Okay, so that's 4 of our 6. Who are the next 2 lowest level people? Because we did have like an 8 and a 9 in there, and I'd like to try to make sure that we are spreading around the experience. Hold on just 1 second. Okay, so sorry for the, I had to lean away for 1 second and didn't want it to be off center. Okay, so.
Let's go.
Oops, no, triangle. 6. Yeah, she's 7, so she can definitely stay behind. Also, I think that she'll have a chance to rest if we do that. And then, what level are you? 6. And then these guys are 6 and 6. So, yeah, I definitely want a G4, and she's level 6. And this guy is 6 as well? I think he is. The trouble is he's a G1. Those are my melee guys, and I don't have any G2s on the team at all. So, yeah, let's definitely go with Juro here. Okay, so there's our squad. Now, let's actually do some upgrading. Oh, Mia, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, everybody came in since I saw it. Hello to Azric, hello to Mia. Hello to Samalander. Yes, Mia, thank you so much for the resubscription. 20 months. Azric and Samalander, please do not ask me why I'm suddenly tripping over names. It's because I'm also trying to learn these characters' names as well. We all had a very interesting experience of watching the Fear Street trilogy on Netflix, rather, in rapid succession, and the way it's structured, it's a very interesting trilogy, but just trying to keep straight what everybody's name was took a little bit of going. So he actually does not have Demolisher Blade, which is interesting, because that's like a really, really good thing. Should I upgrade his EMP attractor instead? I'm eyeing defense mode here, which is kind of expensive, but would make you into a real tank. Shifts into defense mode, move speed drops to a third, but durability quadruples. That hasn't really come up yet, though, has it? I'm gonna upgrade his EMP attractor. Yeah, before I put all my eggs into his basket. All right, with this guy, I have previously upgraded his Demolisher Blade, and I am frankly interested in continuing to do that. So we're gonna upgrade that Demolisher Blade. For Kurabe, or Juro, I gotta say, I do love Sentry Gun very, very much. As I do Guardian, because it sort of draws people off. It draws the enemies off center. More Than Mia is lurking, so she'll be pretty quiet. Nonetheless, Mia, thank you so much for the resubscription. And as we're saying, thank you to Mia for the shout out. Yes, anytime. It is not always easy for us to do the shout outs, but I'm very, very happy when our mods like Mia get a chance to do it. I'm gonna upgrade his multi-rocket launchers, I think. Yeah. And then we've got Miura. So Miura is definitely important to this mission. We don't know why yet. I do love his long-range missiles, but how about with an anti-air bombardment? Yeah, let's unlock an anti-air bombardment form. We're going to equip that right there, and I'm going to upgrade it possibly a couple times here, because no one else in the squad has anti-air bombardment. So I feel like even if it doesn't come in handy this time, it'll be nice to have somebody on the squad that is good. Also, hold on a second, I'm just now looking down at the bottom left. See that now, Natsuno-san? That, I think, how do you, nope. If Minami attacks after Miura, attack increases. So, can I get Minami on the squad? Or is she, oh, she's right there. I would have to drop somebody to bring her along. She's only level 6, so it works. It works out. Yeah, the only thing is that I kind of want to level up some of these other people. I'm going to be fine without her. All right, so... Oops. Still trying to work my way around this. I do like leg spike. No, you know what? Arm-mounted convergent lasers. I think we got some use out of that last time. Okay, that's all of our upgrade points. Now it's straight in. After all that prep work, time to actually do a battle. We got everything we need. Except that I'm pressing the wrong button.
Just looks like it's got a big fan on it. What even is that thing?
That's an Apsos. More officially, it's an APS feeder.
Oh, that one. They're pretty nasty to fight. They can put up deflective barriers.
Probably easier to say it's like a support kaiju that can give other kaiju shields.
It's got shields?
A shield matrix. The 4th gen Sentinels have those as well.
Oh, I get it. Like the one on Amiguchi-kun's Sentinel.
Your own 3rd gen unit should have a weapon that can disable that too. The EMP stunner. I think that's the one. That'll stop the D-forces in their tracks with an electromagnetic pulse. The EMP should also deactivate any shields they have up too.
That said, you'd be better off destroying them before they get the shields up at all.
And hello to Caroluna. Caroluna, I hope you're having a great Saturday. So I'm gonna...
Too slow, I gotta think.
Okay, do I have to think? So, let's assume that this thing has its shield on right now, because see how you can sort of see that it's got a dome that's projecting out of it? I don't know that it does. Oh, and they're all aerial. Wow. I am very, very glad that we decided to bring out the Where's my anti-air bombardment? Yeah. Oh, but we are not nearly close enough to do this. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's start getting Miura moving.
Enemy on the move.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get you across the river, I think. And
There's
while
still
you're
hope.
moving,
We must win.
if I can basically hit these guys... Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let's put a shield, a flare torpedo. I think... Look in the mini-map. It looks like there might be another guy that's coming up here. Let's... You know what? I'm switching my mind about laying a trap. Let's move over here.
We must do
I guess life comes at you fast.
Nope.
Unbelievable.
Action.
I'm acting like an amateur.
EMP attractor. Yep. Okay. So, even if these guys do have shields, they're not going to have them for very long, so we're going to do EMP attractor right now.
Enemy down! Gotta think.
Yeah, we are going to move you straight towards this thing.
Number 19.
Moving
Moving
Getting ready for this. We will not lose.
Not through like
Still not used to this thing.
Now, I do remember Takamiya's super ability, or special ability, personal ability, we'll call it. She actually does better when she is far away from anybody else, when she is lacking any sort of direct support. So,
enemy on the
We
move.
will not
perfect.
lose.
And we do see enemies coming in, so I'm going to go ahead with her. We're going to do that flare torpedo. Oh, I am too close. I've really messed this up. Okay.
We must
Well,
win.
let's see if we can move you away a bit.
Number 23.
What now?
No fighting.
No point overthinking it. I'll try.
Action. Oh, Demolisher Blade would work real well on that guy, I think, because I think that we've just knocked his shield down, if he even had it.
Here comes the pain. Get bit. See ya.
Good. Okay. Now, how's that shield coming? Or the flare torpedo?
I won't give up.
Action. Flare torpedo. That's pretty close, right? Let's let her have her
There's
continue
still
moving.
I'll make it work.
I'm also trying to give any sort of prediction as to where the next enemy group might come from.
Number 12, moving out. I won't.
There's still hope.
Action, and now we're gonna lay down. Yep, so the flare torpedo has a very specific range, it turns out. You can't be closer than this or further than that. You can see her G4 over there on the side. But now we can lay this down exactly where that D-Force torpedo is coming. It's gonna
What's our
land
plan?
right in the middle of that. And I think I'm just gonna wait for them to land right now.
Okay, enemy on the move. What now? What's our plan? Okay. I have to focus.
Okay, they landed. They all took a very large amount of damage. I'm not sure. They look very shielded to me. So... Oh, and Caroluna, I did hear... so after our last episode, Caroluna said, oh, Angel, if you are interested in that sort of, like, dividing or separating storyline sort of thing, that's actually very common in... We'll show it off a little bit later. But he said that idea, at least, is very common in visual novels anyway. So I was like, wow, this is really cool. He did say that there was one difference in that it is presented more graphically in this game.
Okay, let's do this.
Hopefully she's got her power boost for being kind of on her own. This other person might be a little bit close. But let's do action. And... So this, yeah. You see how this thing doesn't have, this weapon doesn't have very much of a spread to it? That's our blue line going across. So instead, maybe multi-locking missiles? I don't know that we're going to penetrate the shields if there are one, but I'm willing to find out.
I guess life comes at you fast.
Now, in my mini-map, it doesn't look... Oh, no, there is still a person there. A ground Demos. All right, I don't think I can do very much about that. Oh, let's start moving over in this direction. If we have to reroute...
Number 12, moving
Yeah,
out
and we
too.
immediately have to reroute.
I'll
Hold
make
on.
it work.
Yeah, we're going to bring you over here. Get ready to fight the guys that are coming down as part of this circle.
No point overthinking it.
As for you... Probably Ditto. He's our G1 guy, so let's try to get him in. Hopefully this is behind their lines. I'm gonna stay on this street right here, I think.
Number 12,
Enemy
moving out.
approaching.
Not throwing away my shot.
Yeah, anti-air
I won't back
bombardment.
down.
It does seem like they're coming in, there's a lot of aerial guys coming in. Carolina says, I'm good, had a thing today, dealing with stuttering in SnowRunner, that has, of course, fixed itself now. It'll be back soon, I'm sure. That is so odd, and it's so,
Number 19.
frustrating.
Where are... What do I do? Let's see. I won't
Carolina,
back down. I'll try.
stuttering comes and goes without
now.
any discernible reason for it. All right. Oh, I can't do anything from this far away. Yeah. So I think he's just gonna chill out there.
No point overthinking this.
Did I?
I'll try. I'll make it work. What do I do?
We must survive.
Yeah, Takamiya is still over there. That's okay. Armented pulse lasers? Oh, well, I mean, if I possibly could, I'd really like to set up another flare torpedo over there. I don't know that I can get close enough to try to do it, but let's try.
Enemy on the move.
Action. Okay, he's a little bit closer than he
won't
needs to be.
back
Let's
down.
pull him back slightly.
Number
As long as
19.
I can keep this
Commence
thing moving.
movement.
And she should have no trouble at all whacking this guy, I would just
Here you
say.
go. How's that? Say your prayers.
Unbelievable. I'm
Okay,
acting like an amateur. What's our...
I
I'll try.
believe we must win.
Flare torpedo? It's close enough, I'm gonna say.
Take that.
So I really want to have him in position when those guys land.
What next?
Well, what's next is,
I guess life
I think we're
comes
gonna
at
have you
fast.
move
Number
in here if
12,
we
moving
can.
out. Throwing away my shot.
This guy's a G3, right? There's no earthly reason for me to
Enemy
have
on
my
the move.
longest range Jaeger, or whatever we're calling these, a Sentinel, this close to the incoming guys. Also, when we've got another circle of death coming down, so
Number
let's
19
move
got
back.
outside way.
Within enemy threat range.
Perfect. Everybody's grouped together, and they have the flare torpedo right on top of them. Can I... Well, I can do multi-rocket launchers. I would love to delay this until after we have the shields down, if possible. So I'm actually going to
Can't mess this
just
up.
pause
Let's
on
see.
that. How about you? EMP attractor. Perfect. He's a little bit close to get the most out of this, but I will
You're just small fry. How's that?
take it.
Okay.
Yes, now we have you going with your multi-rocket launchers.
Got it. Cut you down. They're like any other punks.
And if you could please demolish your blade this last guy for me.
Come on.
He's gonna do it from kind of across the river. It's a long-range blade.
There it goes. Picking up enemy
Okay,
heat
we
signatures.
Right,
got
I
two
just
more
landed.
dudes coming in. One of them is just about to land, and she is, I believe, way too far away to do anything about it. So let's start bringing her really over here. The more distance she has from
Still not
support, the happier she is. Carolina says, I have the same thing in Farming Sim. Appears from time to time, then goes away for some time, then rears its ugly head back again later. So here, the closest thing that we have to that kind of technical behavior is... Oh boy, he is really far away. Every once in a while, the HDMI sort of like link or handshake between the receiver and the television will just flip out. It will really stop working properly. It'll be going black all the time, and it is so severe that you would say, oh wow, this must be just fundamentally broken. Like it'll never be working reliably, and then it just goes
must
away.
survive.
Very much like you just said, Carolina. It just sort of, oops, no.
We will not lose.
Oh yeah, flare torpedo the shit out of that right there.
Number 10, moving
No
out.
fight I can't win.
Okay, do you want me to do an
used to this
action
thing.
instead? Can I do like multi-locking missiles? Oh, I surely can. Yeah, I want to be a little bit far away if I can, or at least not directly in the line of fire.
Get wrecked!
Hit confirmed.
I have to
Enemy
focus.
threat range.
Okay.
Oh, I'm too far away with him to do anything. Yeah, well, I mean, I can hit that guy, but he's not worth it. Not now, not like this. So let's get across the river.
Number 13. I won't back down.
long-range missiles have their place, but I feel like anti-air bombardment, once again, kind of too far away. I'm not within range of any of the actual aerial dudes, so yeah, let's do long-range missiles. I feel like if we get it right there, that's our best bet to hit as many of them as possible. Hey, Samalander completely finished MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, which is awesome. Action. Yeah, arm-mounted converging lasers this isn't a great position for that. How about multi-locking missiles? I feel like if we do it like here, yeah, that'll allow us to get most of them, and I think most of them will be dead when she does this.
Don't screw with me. That do it? Give it up.
I'll make it work.
Rush attack? Well, rush attack is going to depend on if I'm allowed to hit a couple of them. I think I'll hit 2 or possibly all 3 right here.
I deny you!
Oh yeah, that was all 3.
Humanity stands proud. You're just a machine.
Okay, and yes, I do see these guys out here. Can I get close enough to drop that in their path before they land? Let's find out together. So we're going to try to get over here, but I want to pause it before that torpedo lands. Stop.
Like any other. Okay.
We must survive.
Action. Flare torpedo. Well, it's close enough. As long as it's within the radius, I feel like we're going to do some good damage. Oh, and here is Samalander. He might have been in here before. I'm so sorry. Pleased with how it ended, he said. Oh, and Carolyn is saying also the game is pretty loud. All right, let's see if we can make a quick adjustment to that. Just bring this down just a touch. Hopefully that's still audible. If there's any issues, do let us know. The first thing that I think of now when I think of MechWarrior 5 is Samalander gave it an 8 out of 10 for, like, lore accuracy. And when you consider how much Samalander knows about the lore of the MechWarrior universe, that is, I feel like, a very, very high degree of accuracy.
They ought to be used to fights by now.
Move. Yeah. Go over here.
Number 10, moving out.
Oh, there's still 2 dudes here. I was not paying attention to them. So, can I... Okay, I don't think I need the EMP attractor over there. There is one possible aerial guy. Let's instead do tackle. We hit both of them on this path.
They're finished. What now? Number 13, moving out. Enemy on the move.
Let's do, just to have long-range missiles, I feel like is a good call here.
Still not used to this thing.
Not enough range on that. Multi-locking missiles, I feel like, yeah, she is out of position right now. So let's do a move. But again, anything I can do to sort of keep her out and away from our allies. She is the happiest and most productive. And that's not a joke that I'm making. Her stats actually rise when she is by her lonesome. Action, EMP attractor? Not quite.
I guess life comes at you fast.
Okay, then... Okay. Is this like a one-way road? Why am I having so much difficulty navigating down this boulevard? I don't know. You would think the big robot would be able to go wherever he could fit his shoulders, but I guess there's certain streets or avenues that they put up a no big robot sign. Oops. Well, no, hold on. EMP attractor might be appropriate. But if I did Demolisher Blade, I feel like if I did it right here, I would hit a whole bunch of them.
Let's do this. Is that all you got?
Did I? Still not used to this thing.
Yeah, the advantage to the converging arm-mounted lasers is they ignore armor, and that's very good against this high quad, which is an armored kaiju. Was that it, do we think?
Termination of enemy signals confirmed. Aegis activated. Terminal closure complete. Surrounding 2-kilometer area now fully secure. Ending technical analysis. All units fighting the kaiju. Can you hear me?
Who's that? How'd you get on this channel?
Wait, here's a girl Miura was helping.
Chihiro? Is that you, Chihiro?
I'm Keitaro Miura. What?
That's our teacher's name.
I'm going to evacuate the populace all at once. Readouts say 1.2 million people in Sector 4. They'll all be force shifted to the year 2025, as in Sector 3.
To the year 2025? You're shifting over 1 million people?
So you don't have to worry about any civilian casualties. That's all.
Chihiro, wait a minute. Did we do it?
I have so many questions, all of which are going to have to wait until after we thank Centrifugal Force for her 6th consecutive month of subscribing to the channel. Force, it is so hard to believe that we've only known each other for half a year. Thank you so much for the six-month subscription. I don't know when she took that damage. So
I will protect everyone.
for clarity, there's a few things in the combat system that I'm still very much trying to wrap my mind around. Number one, I'm not sometimes there's so many enemies and so many graphical effects that feel like they're layered over on top of each other that it is not particularly easy for me to tell when one of my Sentinels is in danger of getting damaged or has been damaged. There are health bars and stuff on the screen, but they don't sort of pop in the way that I feel like might be important to have in this style game. Also, I don't really have the clearest idea on how to... let's go do a story thing first. I also don't have a very clear idea on how to tell what the enemy's status is. Like, you can sort of recognize from the silhouettes, oh, this is a high quad, and they're going to be armored, or this is one of those ground guys, so they're going to be vulnerable to your ground attacks, like Demolisher Blade. But I wasn't sure at any point if the enemies were actually shielded or if it was capable of saying, well, they can shield each other. You'll want to take them out before they have an opportunity to do that. Also, oh my gosh, the hype train is close. I didn't even see that. Wait, that means more things have happened. Chivalry just resubscribed for 20 months. Oh my goodness. Let me just take a quick look here, because Force had said Demolisher Blade was her nickname in high school. I would hope it's your nickname today. What a great nickname to hold on to. Also, as you're going through the job interview process, yeah, my name is so-and-so, but my friends call me Demolisher Blade. Also, my enemies call me Demolisher Blade. But yeah, Samalander was... Samalander loves the lore of the Battletech / Mech Warrior, but I feel like I'm just a babe when compared to a lot of other peeps out there. I feel like you have it really well in hand, I'd say that. As we're saying hello to Force, GG, Force is saying hello to everybody, and Chivalry had just resubscribed for 20 months, and again, thank you very, very much for that. Centrifugal Force says 6 months is bonkers to me. Again, all because you played Anno that one day and then never again. I may have played it once more, but we were so close to the end of the story campaign that I was actually sort of replaying at the time that, yeah, it was just pure kismet. I'm so glad that it worked out the way that it did. Chivalry does say that he goes back to Anno every once in a while. It's mostly off-stream these days. It's one of those things where it's like, Anno is such a great game if you don't feel like you have a lot of energy, but you sort of want to keep your mind busy. It's really good for that. Oh, and now it's telling me chat pause due to scroll, which it never reliably does. Hopefully it's... Okay, hopefully it's figured it out. Anyway, so I kind of feel that we should continue with Miura. Now, the other person that we could do... Oh, no, we can't do Jaro. Yeah. So let's do Miura. So again, Miura is the guy who was in World War II, and he got recruited into the Sentinel program. And also, by the way, I'm pretty sure that we saw a scene of him in the far future. Well, the future from this point, like building a space station. So as with so many other things, I mean, we'll try to fill in any missing gaps as we go. I really like these little title screens that they put up. It's like a new episode in the Kuro... Now I've already forgotten his name.
No matter where I am, at least the sunset is always the same.
Gaze. Yes, please.
You can hardly see any stars in this era. Though I have to say, the city lights are a sight to behold.
Holy shit. Force... Force just gifted a sub to Samlander. Samlander, congratulations. And yeah, once again, a hype train is close.
This place isn't too crowded. Gives me room to hang around and think for a bit. Better take advantage of that.
Force, I was, I hope you having a great Saturday. Hold on.
Nothing's changed today either.
Oh, building under construction. But before I go, so like I said, we will not have an opportunity to delve into it during this. But as I was saying earlier, we got a chance to watch the Fear Street trilogy, and I gotta say, I feel like everybody at the watch party really had a good time. So if you have not yet had a chance to see it, I do recommend it. It's available on Netflix for anybody that has a Netflix subscription. No, and Adventure. How do I go back?
It hasn't gone anywhere. It's still there, hiding behind all those elaborate curtains. That Sentinel. It's what brought me here.
Okay, I can... Yeah, let me think about Sentinel. I'm going to think about all these things. For some reason, he thought that the kaiju were American weapons. And he thought this immediately after saying that they weren't, which was odd.
Why were just the Sentinel and I brought here? That thing is beyond me. I'm no expert, but I know it's capable of some extraordinary feats. Time travel, though. Could the Sentinel possess an ability like that? Before the war, my uncle gave me a sci-fi novel. A story about traveling through time to the future. It only ever felt like a far-off fantasy. But on that day, at that moment, that fantasy became a reality.
Oh, I'm definitely going to remember. Also, Force is saying, today I learned that droid is trademarked by Lucasfilm. It's one of those terms that feels like it's so ubiquitous. That feels a little surprising, but also like, yeah, that is very much a Star Wars thing. It's just the back half of Android. It's kind of like Cyborg and Borg, you know?
All out of flying bombs. Electromagnetic rounds are offline. Outputs dropped by 50% in both electromagnetic battering rams. There are just too many of them. But I'm not about to just sit here and die. I still have 2 minutes before I hit my operating limit. Might as well give it everything I got. It reached its operating limit.
Oh, that's me. So another thing that's becoming clear is that, like, this does not appear to be a world that has been fighting kaiju for the last 40 years. So there is, and we've already seen indications of this, this is a case of these characters are not only traveling through time, but through different,
Where am I?
like, parallel universes, depending on what's happened at
The
one
air
point
raid.
in the world.
Everything was just on fire. All these giant towers with glass windows? What the hell's going on? The last thing I remember is being surrounded by those new American weapons and... No, it can't be. I've
Oops.
heard about major US cities. These high-rise buildings are common. Was I captured? And they got my Sentinel too? They must have done it when I lost consciousness. Brought me to the mainland as their... No, wait. If the Sentinel just reached its operating limit, then not very much time could have passed.
For saying, I'm just now reading about Kepler 47, and I'm nerding out. I am not familiar with that.
But this view says otherwise. It's not my homeland. Somehow, I ended up on US soil. If that's the case, fine. I guess this is where I'll die. But I'm not going down without a fight. I'll face the enemy, even without my Sentinel. The Sentinel. This is bad. The Sentinels are top secret. It can't fall into enemy hands.
Oh, I can't think about that anymore. So this was his younger sister's stuffed rabbit, who I think is Chihiro.
Our mother's terrible at sewing, but she made this for Chihiro.
She's terrible at...
I'd never seen her struggle with anything.
Yep, okay, so I've seen that, and American
They came
Weapons.
ashore during the air raid. They're enormous. Must be over 30 meters tall. Instead of wheels, they move on long leg-like appendages. Quite a terrifying sight. Like something out of hell.
Force is also saying, I highly encourage everyone to read about the It's like Oumuamua in their spare time. I'm almost certainly mispronouncing that, so I'm sorry about that.
The enemy cannot get their hands on the Sentinel. That's the kind of issue that becomes a national crisis. But what can I do? I can't activate now, let alone initiate self-destruct. I need to slow down and think things over. I should probably go lie low until the Sentinel recovers. But not because I'm afraid. My country, my little sister, I'd give my life for them at the drop of a hat.
It's 400 feet high.
I have to be smart right now. And that means waiting for the Sentinel to be up and running.
Yeah, so I'll just lay low. His plan here is very surprising to me. Like, you know all those glass windows? There's people behind them, and they can see your gigantic robot.
Now that I have a plan, I'd better move fast. I should get out of here before American soldiers show up. I'll stay out of sight until it's the right time to move.
He's going to be so surprised when he realizes the A, war is over, and B, Japan is so heavily invested in, like, the United States, like, car
Everyone
industry
here appears to be Japanese,
at this time.
but something's off.
That's my memory.
These signs show both kanji and the English alphabet. Ashitaba Printing, Ashitaba Bank. Why are they named after my hometown?
You want to stop by the arcade?
Sure, the one at Sun Mall?
Nah, the one at Joyland. Let's go try out those big new Sega machines that came in.
I have no idea what they're talking about, but their language doesn't sound foreign to me.
Did you see him in last night's episode? Yeah. Oh, he's so amazing. Right? I watch everything he's in.
Female students. Though that's quite a bit of exposed leg. It almost seems like a different dialect, but it's definitely Japanese.
Oh, we can't talk to her. Oh gosh, what was I gonna say? Also, that is nowhere near as much exposed leg as like Minami, and he has met her, I think, at this point in the storyline.
So many cars. Where in the world am I? This isn't America. It looks like Japan, but everything seems off. This is all just a terrible dream. Right? Right. It's nothing to worry about, just my brain acting up. That's why my surroundings appear to be different. We knew what the risks were going in as Sentinel pilots. Professor Doji made it all very clear to us. That's right. This has happened before. I experienced a similar illusion during the Sentinel sync test.
Oh, hey guys.
He's wearing a boy's school uniform, but appears to have a girl's haircut.
Kind of judgmental
What
there.
are you looking at?
This one has a particularly strange hairstyle.
Hey, you trying to get your ass kicked?
It looks like I've finally gone crazy.
You want to see crazy?
Hey, stop!
Where am I? What is this room? Hold on, I think I remember. Some guy with weird hair hit me with his bag. This doesn't look like a detention facility. Either I'm still seeing things, or someone removed me from the Sentinel. Whoever it was brought me to some kind of lab.
Now, we recognize this as Shu Amaguchi's pad. Isn't that right? Do I have his name correctly? Correct? Although I can't remember if I read out loud that Force is saying that Force wanted to be an astronomer, but is now just vicariously living through NASA articles.
A box-shaped Technicolor projection device. The Sentinel has its own spatial projector as well. But that's highly confidential military technology. It's about baseball. I'm not in a military base, am I? It's a calendar. 1985? It's all in my head. It's just an illusion.
Force is saying, in response to a question from Chivalry, that she does absolutely follow NASA on Twitch. It's so cool to see them operate on space stations during live streams, or just living in, like, space stations. Like, some of the things, I envy people that get to experience zero gravity.
Foreign phonograph records. Takatoshi-san used to let me listen to his. Why are there so many records here? There are way more than I saw at the Hijiyamas.
Now, we don't have those sort of colored bars up at the top right that give you some indication about, like, where, like, how many things that there might be to do in the environment. Can't seem to go outside, interestingly enough. Oh, here we go. I do like Shu's loft bed.
Modern Japanese. Lots of textbooks lined up here. Japanese history. So I really am still in Japan then.
Oh, now we've got something.
This can't be right. 1945, the year of Japan's unconditional surrender. Surrender? We lost the war? 1945. That's this year. August 6th. Atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima. 140,000 killed. 3 days later, second bomb dropped on Nagasaki. 70,000 killed. All from just 2 new American bombs. What is this book? 1951, U.S.-Japan Security Treaty signed. 1964, Tokyo Olympics? How far does this go? Wait. What did that calendar say? 1985. It has to be fake. When was this printed? It says here... 1985. Could it really be?
You okay? Here.
It's so cold.
That's all that was in the fridge.
Wow.
Not a big fan of soda, I take it?
Some kind of carbonated beverage? I had ramen once at a festival in Tsutsuji, but I was just a kid. Who are you?
I'm Shu Amiguchi, and we're at my apartment in Kamazumi.
Keitaro Miura. So, how did I get here?
I called a taxi and brought you over after you got knocked out.
So you helped me?
Guilty. You know, you really pushed Ogata over the edge. He was already pissed from being chewed out. If he gets in trouble one more time, he's getting suspended.
So he only
Real
knocked you
nice
out.
if you two could work things out peacefully.
And yeah, I know they weren't on school property, but again, if Juro Karabe can get in trouble for living with another girl from his class, even if they're not related, like if that can get you in trouble, I do kind of feel like smacking somebody unconscious with your school briefcase while wearing your school uniform on a public street could also really get you in trouble.
I need to know one thing. What year is it?
What? Afraid you got knocked into a coma for the last few years? Relax, you didn't get hit that hard. It's still 1985, all right? You haven't missed a day.
So, Force is saying, think of it this way. If Jeff Bezos can do it, then there's a 0.0000001% chance of you getting to do it too. My actual concern, and I think I've mentioned this in before, I grew up thinking like, oh man, being weightless, going to space would be so awesome. Like you'd be able to like float around and stuff. And then as in more recent years, I've realized, oh, I would be infinitely nauseous. It would be crippling motion sickness to be in zero gravity. And like, it's not to say that I don't want to do it. It's just I think that they'd have to deploy the Dramamine intravenously. Let's do another one. And then we'll probably do another battle. You know, try to mix them up here and there. All right, Clear Skies in May of 1985. Monitoring the Sentinel from Cade River. And I'm mispronouncing that, I know. I just don't know what the correct pronunciation is.
No matter where I am.
Oh dear.
At least the sunset is always the same.
Okay, we've got a new thing.
I don't care that we lost. I'm proud my country could rebuild after what happened. But I won't accept this future. Now that I know we lose the war, that's all the more reason to go back. I'll bring the Sentinel with me, and I'll change history. It's my duty to fight and protect the people. I have to save as many of them as I can. But what if it's impossible for me to go back?
I really want to thank Chad.
What if I'm trapped here? Chihiro. All right, that's enough. Get it together. Don't get discouraged. You will make it back. No matter what it takes. I wonder, what if I never actually traveled through time? It's possible that space-time here is warped somehow. But it could just be a local effect. I should try heading toward the school. Maybe time is flowing normally over there.
What an odd detour his mind just took. But it is not more important than thanking Tashir, who just resubscribed. And I want to get the number correct here. Hold on just a second to scroll up just slightly. 20 months. Tashir, thank you so much. Ruination Ronin is also saying, how's the naked mech battles going? First battle of the night went very well. We'll do another one just after this. And otherwise, we are spending some time with... I just chose his name off a menu, and I already can't remember it. It's Kiura, I think, who is our transplant from 1945, a World War II combat veteran who has now traveled 40 years forward in time, or, as what appears to be more accurately to the case, into an alternate parallel dimension where the kaiju did not attack during World War II. And Forrest is saying on that topic, how trippy would that be to open a history book with several decades filled in after the year that you thought it was? I feel like it would be absolutely overwhelming, because whatever you read can't possibly encompass all of the societal changes, or economic changes, or like climate changes that have happened in that time. There'd be so much to catch up on. Force says space is so normalized in today's lexicon that it blows my mind that some people are not blown away by the fact that some people have been in space. Oh, believe me, for me, it's the fact that people have been to space and come back successfully. It seems like a really hard thing to do. Force, Tashir also had a great time watching Division Force. I didn't get to chat very much, but I was very glad that you got the early technical issues worked out, and yeah, we did have a chance to chat here and there as you went, and I will only say that I very much appreciated and agreed with your comments on continuing to try to wear masks and be careful. Tisha's also waking up from a beautiful nap and says life is good.
Hurry up, Miura-chan! Slow down, Iori-chan.
Female students. Looks like the school's still here.
Now see, I don't blink an eye at the phrase female students, or female doctor, female lawyer, female senator. It's when it just gets boiled down to females. That's when, like, my fingers curl over.
Hey, hold on.
Miura-kun? Thank goodness.
So this is after she traveled back in time and met him.
You're Natsuno Minami, right? The one I met at the shrine. What are you doing here?
I've gotta say, you had me pretty worried. I had no idea where you went.
I can't believe you're here too.
I couldn't find you anywhere. I thought you got snatched up and hauled off to Area 51. But anyway, what have you been up to?
Wait, first...
Where have you been?
A kind student's been letting me stay at his place. Aside from that, I've been sleeping outdoors.
Outdoors?
Wait, what? Why is she mad at that? So wait, what can we surmise from this? A, this is, like, from her perspective, this is after she traveled back in time, met him, and then returned to her own time. What we don't yet know is the circumstances under which she returned to 1985, because she was still trapped back there, or at least would be for a few days, during the firebombing of Tokyo, otherwise known as the giant kaiju attack.
Natsuno-san. Get it together, Keitaro. She certainly is quite... Yes. I admit, she's bright, cheerful, attractive. But right now, I have more urgent matters to tend to.
Alright, thank God he was able to talk himself out of having the thought that he was having of his own accord.
Despite a catastrophic loss, Japan recovered quite well. It seems to have entered a prosperous new era. Almost too prosperous.
I've already forgotten what I said that prompted this, but Force says, "Oh man, it just scrolled up 1 second." Central 4 says every... Oh boy, it is just doing whatever it wants. Every female in a mech posed like the Nightmare 1970 or 1781 Henry Fuseli, which is not a piece of art that I'm immediately familiar with. And then she says, that's because you're a weak-kneed liberal. Women belong in a shack churning butter. To which, oh boy, what did I miss? Somebody said, it is just, you guys, it's just doing whatever it wants right now. It actually successfully paused chat before, and there was Ronan. Said, I could actually use some butter. So Force said that she would get churning right away. And then Mia is doing the shoutouts. Thank you very, very much. But is in super lurk mode for so far. Sorry for delays. No worries at all. I very much appreciate it.
Before the war, my uncle gave me
we
a
heard that
sci-fi
one.
novel.
I can't skip it.
About
And yes, I'm
traveling
pushing
through time to
R1.
the future.
Uh-oh. What did I do?
It only ever felt like a far off to think it
Okay.
ever.
Hang on. This is my mess, so I have to figure out how to clean it up. But then again, I can't really bring a boy into the house. Oh yeah! Granny Tamao went on a trip. So Juro-kun should be the only one home. That house does have a lot of rooms.
Granny Tamao?
Okay, so he said that he was staying with a student, and I immediately no, but okay, so we know that Minami shows up at Juro Karabe's house and says, hey, I need you to take this boy in, and that's when the hell is this guy's name? Hold on, it's in here somewhere. Miura. Okay. Keitaro Miura. I gotta learn this guy's name. So, this is apparently where he's gonna be able to stay with him, but where was he staying before? What other random student was letting him just sort of like shack up at their house?
Sorry. Let me go grab my stuff really quick. I'll be right back, so just wait here. Then we'll head over to the Karabe's house.
Karabe?
Yeah, he knew a woman back in 1984 with that family name. Oh, this is a flashback to 1945. Oh, we're gonna maybe meet her right now.
Managed to leave quite the dent. Chihiro? You don't have to cry. It's not like you did this on purpose. I'm sure Uncle isn't mad about it anymore.
What about you? Are you mad?
Of course not. I'm your big brother. I'll always be on your side, Chihiro. Now, come on out.
But if anybody, this is sort of a non sequitur, or it'll feel that way to others, but Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate Edition on the PlayStation Store is like $22, isn't it? $24? It's very, very cheap, considering that has the game and all of the DLC packs, I believe.
So how do you hit the pillar with the laundry bucket? You must have been playing pretty rough.
The bunny was fighting, and it beat up giant ghosts. Cause the ghosts smash all the houses, and more of them keep coming.
Such strange ghosts. Did you come up with them yourself?
No, Tamao told me about them.
I'm sorry, Chihiro-chan. My father has quite a short temper.
Wait, am I missing some subtext? Why are we concerned about her father's short temper?
I'm sorry. This was all my fault.
Tamao-san,
It only happened because I told Chihiro-chan about my dreams.
is it okay for you to be awake right now?
I've been feeling much better lately. And I have Goto-san from Tokyo to thank for that. He's been sharing some foreign medicine with me. It's just that, ever since I started taking it, I keep having strange dreams. But they feel like more than just dreams. They're like memories, that I just suddenly remember.
The sirens.
This is bad.
Super bad, because I can't go around the back end of the table.
Turn on the radio.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is the foreign medicine, is it stamped with the word Ambien? Because those aren't dreams you're recovering, that is the entire pizza and cake that you just consumed in your sleep.
This military broadcast. Air raid alarms have been sounded. Enemy is flying at low altitude. More air units to be expected. To prepare against the coming invasion, we ask all citizens to unite as we fortify our air defenses.
It's a massive enemy raid.
We have to hurry to a bomb-proof shelter. Come on, Chihiro-chan. We have to go.
Jiro-kun, are you home?
Minami-san. Couldn't you have knocked first?
Come on, your Granny Tamao and I are best buds. We're neighbors. Think I don't know my way around the place? Anyway, I've got a favor to ask.
Oh, Minami-san. I didn't know you lived so close.
Did you really need to come out?
You're Yakushiji-san, our classmate? Wait, no way. Are you two?
Do you need something from him?
It's not what it looks like. This is just... you know... Natsuno-san?
Oh, come on in.
Pardon my interruption.
Oh. Alright, gotta talk to Natsuno.
So this house is still standing. Who are you? My name is Keitaro Miura.
So, it's kinda complicated, but yeah. I need you to let him stay over for a few days.
What? How do you know Minami-san?
Come on, I know you have a spare room. Just let him stay until your granny's back. In exchange, I won't tell anyone you're living with a girl.
That's not...
The details don't matter. Just let him stay, alright? Thanks, see ya!
Hey, this grub looks delicious, and the last time I was here, everything was on fire. Oh, I can go talk to her. Also, Forrest is asking, how do you knock on a paper door? And Simon is saying on the frame. Yeah, I think carefully, very carefully is the response to that.
Natsuno-san, is this...
It's fine, it's fine. I live super close by. So if you need anything, just let me know.
There she goes. Well, this is awkward.
Oh, just wait until you find out from how far in the future this kid is. It's going to be way more awkward. Hey, Megumi.
Pardon me. I know Natsuno-san's intentions are good, but I really don't want to be an inconvenience.
Are you hungry? Why don't you join us for dinner?
No, I shouldn't.
Your stomach thinks you should.
No, that was,
I'll go fix you a plate.
I love that Juro's over there just sort of like fading into a fugue state.
So, Tamao-san is your grandmother? Is she in good health?
Grandma? She's fit as a fiddle. She's visiting relatives back in Shimane. That's why she isn't here.
Shimane. She must be with her mother's side of the family in Iwami.
Do you know my grandma?
Yes.
You do, huh? So then? How long do you need a place to stay?
Not long. Just until I can make my way back home.
Well, alright. If that's the case, it shouldn't be a problem. Just try not to cause any trouble. Feel free to use the guest room on the first floor.
Thank you.
I still feel like I have so many questions about where he stashed that, like, multi-story high robot.
There's a projection device where the radio used to be. It's been lightly remodeled, but it's the same house. I could have sworn it burned to the ground.
If anybody here finds that they like this style of architecture, reportedly you can find Japanese houses in the like rural countryside of Japan for like $500 American right now. The government is offering extremely high financial incentives to get people moving back out of the cities and into those more remote villages. I don't know what you might do there for a living at this point, but they are making a dedicated sort of social program to try to get people moving back out across the country.
The damage on this pillar is missing, and it wasn't changed when they remodeled. If this really is the Kurabe's house, then it should be right here. Chihiro left a dent in this pillar.
All right, asked and answered. This is a parallel universe.
Back on my parents' property, there was a wooden single-story house. It was built in the middle of the 20th century. That humble little place stood for about 100 years. My grandfather often told me stories about it. Some of his fondest childhood memories were at that house.
That sounds lovely. I'll have it produced for you.
You will? But all I have left are old photographs.
That's fine. I can restore them for you.
Thank you, Miura-san. I'm looking forward to it.
Hello to Grumpy.
Oh. Were you just on a call with someone else?
With Professor Kurabe, yes. We were discussing the layout of the residential zone.
Oh, that's right. Professor Kurabe was born in the 21st century. She's 120 years old, right? I know that she's receiving nanomachine treatment, but she still looks so young.
She's Professor Morimura's mentor, I hear. Quite an intelligent individual.
Well, yeah. She is the foremost expert on AI, after all.
Right. Anyway, is something wrong?
Why does something have to be wrong for me to call? Well, I just so happen to have a really urgent problem. I need emotional support stat, and I need it from you.
Oh, that does sound urgent. Then I'll be waiting.
Also, not even a vague theory as to what's happening in the year 2188 relative to all the other stuff. The only thing we've been able to pull from those scenes so far is that they appear to take place at a point in time in human history where there have been no kaiju attacks at any point, but there's concern that there's some sort of new, I don't know, the transmission that they're doing that could draw attention from heretofore unknown alien sources. So, oh, wait, what does that mean that he's unlockable? He's the guy we've been playing. Unlock with X. Oh, okay. So it's telling me that I did the Wave 5 clear, so now I can continue with him. Okay, and we're probably going to do that, but let me just take a quick look. Oh, I could do him as well, but not him. I gotta say, I think that Megumi's going to be the next person that we do, because I am rather vague on how she wound up living with Juro. I do know that she... what is it? That she knew Juro at some point 40 years from now, but it appears to be 40 years in the future, and what the nature of that relationship is completely opaque to me right now. So she'll probably be the next person that we follow up on. But let's rock on with this. Do I want to do one more combat before we do this? Because I do want to mix them up. I don't want to do too much of the one and then the other. Yeah, let's do one combat mission here. Oh, but yes, hello to Groomfee. And Sam Lander saying, one of the weird things about houses in Japan, when you buy the house, you're mostly paying for the land and removal of the old house. Most people build new. I did not know that. I would assume that would be challenging to accomplish in a, like, dense urban area. So let's look at our bonus objectives next. Takamiya should be on the team. Maintain terminal defense of 60% or higher. So Takamiya is on the team. Let's, oops. Deselect everybody else. Now, again, I want to focus on the lowest level people. I feel like so far we've been able to pass these missions. We've been able to do it with style. We're getting S ranks. It's all good. What I want to make sure is let's make sure that no one gets left behind the experience train. So we've got level 7, level 6, level 6. So it looks like we want to bring along any of our level 6 people if we can. All right, so this guy was level 6, I'm pretty sure. Yes, let's bring him. Oops. Now, my concern is I don't want to have all my level 4 or my G4 guys, right? So instead, let's go over here. Yeah, let's bring you in the squad. Got another level 6, but let's... Oh, she's level 8. My goodness. 7... Level 6. All right, Minami, you're on the squad. And that leaves me with 2 slots. Do I have any preference? Bring her. She's level 7. This guy. Well, then I'll tell you what. We are going to bring our level... Oops. No, I'm not. You know why? If I bring him right now, everyone in a G4... Well, she won't. But no, let's leave him in reserve. So I'm going to bring him because he actually has no fatigue at all. And we will bring Shinonome.
You want me to go?
Yeah, she's high level, but that's okay. I'd rather make sure that we can sort of rotate some other folks through. So now we're going to do a little bit of upgrading. The last time that I upgraded anything on Goto. Oh, basically never. Okay, yeah, so if I'm going to spend any of these 12,000 meta chips you see down there at the bottom right, this is a good chance to do it. Let's get him Shield Matrix. I feel like having a nice defensive option is always very important. We're going to upgrade it. You know what? I'm going to upgrade his Shield Matrix a few times, if I can. Because I don't have anybody that's really good at it, and I do have people that are good at everything else he can do. Now, that brings me down to about 6,000 points that I can spend. Yeah, let's get that arm-mounted convergence laser up, because that goes right through armor. And Shinonome is another character. Oh, do we want to do her sentry gun? I feel like I already did somebody that's good at that. However, I have not, I don't think, really upgraded the Guardian very much. And I think I want to... Oh, look, it's a deployable shield, a shield emitter. That's very helpful. I think I'm going to pick that up for her. Yeah, and now let's equip it. Okay, that's all my points. Carolina says brain overload. It sounds a bit like me right now. Oh, one thing that... I'm going to dialogue here.
All the people vanished from the city. It looks like the battlefield is totally empty.
She really evacuated 1.2 million people. You did all that, Chihiro?
That's crazy, Chihiro-chan. What did she even do?
The D-forces are coming. But it's like she said. Now we can fight without worrying about collateral damage.
Yikes. There's a ton of those bug guys coming this way.
They're bigger than tanks, but still too small for Sentinels. They'll be pretty hard for us to hit.
workers, about 8 meters in size. They're general-purpose drones that can handle any terrain. They can also link up with the quadruped units. They form a kind of crane arm.
Oh, they're like Constructicons. Okay, activate Aegis to destroy all kaiju, etc. Oh, stop.
No room for hesitation.
So, yeah. So we've got a lot of... There's a big spread of different guys coming in. So, where do you even start?
I need to think.
Okay.
The practice.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay, as opposed to
Okay,
move,
what's the plan?
is there... Yeah, multi-locking missile seems like a really good choice for this.
That do it. How's that? That ought to do it.
Don't waste any chances.
All right, now this guy's up here. I feel like we sort of have to split up, don't we? Like, we've got enemies coming in from every vector. Let's do an action. Yeah, that's not quite gonna work. So we're gonna
How's the
have to
Sentinel?
move him out there, and then we're gonna see where
Number
where
11,
people are when he
excellent.
actually gets there. Let's move you. Okay, so this guy's in one of his. He's in a G4,
Always
so
think
he's
ahead.
very mobile. Let's do. Yeah, I mean that worked out okay on the other side. Let's get all those guys.
Too slow. That easy. Hit. How many down?
Gotta do something.
And we do also have like incoming dudes coming in this way. So yeah, let's do that. And
Too fast. Number 12,
What's
moving
the
up.
situation? Number 14, beginning movement.
Don't let up.
okay, so he's here now. That's good. EMP surrounding, I think it'll just stop them, but these are all ground guys, so that's not really gonna help as much. Boy, what he doesn't have is like that sort of those big area effect weapons. He's very good against the tighter clusters. So maybe doing anything over here isn't the best expenditure of time. Maybe what I should do is have him try to get over here where we feel like there's going to be a big cluster of dudes coming in.
What's the plan?
Let's go,
Also,
Sentinel.
yeah, can you, oops, no, can you, not yet. All right, so just keep moving in towards this
Number 17?
incursion
Long as I can
point.
Keep this thing moving.
No, see, none of these guys are armored that I can see. So instead, with that kind of big, thick group of guys, a big thicket of enemies,
Here you go. That do it. You're strapped.
How's the Sentinel?
oh, these guys are coming right down the street. All right, so let's go do, well, tackle if I can. Yeah, blow right through these fools.
I'll just...
Wait, did he do it? Or is somebody else's turn up and this is happening while he's moving? All right, shield emitter, no. Multi-rocket missiles, that always seems like a good choice.
I can take them all. Yes. Goodbye.
You're done. Let's see.
So, EMP Attractor has the benefit of hitting like a big arc of guys, sort of where they are currently. Yeah, let's see if we can possibly get those guys in there.
Just small fry. How's that? Try again. Stay on guard.
And, oh, flare torpedo. I would love to land flare torpedo up there if I could. This guy feels like he's pretty well out of range,
Always
but
think ahead.
I bet if we move to about there, we might be able to get it done.
Number 3.
Nope. Flare torpedo. Perfect. Yep, hit him.
How's this?
Now they're gonna land inside a big minefield.
No.
They're targeting me.
I'll make it work.
I feel like my guys are taking a lot of damage in this, and I think that's because of how far apart they are and how these guys are coming in from every possible direction. So, more EMP tractor, and that should get everybody in this arc. If we look at their health bars, yeah. I feel like that's probably a good way to go. Oh, Christ. No, whoops. Well, that was very devastating towards that specific group of guys, but I intended to actually back out and do something with a little bit more coverage. Central 4 says, like, theoretically, 14 plus anything and someone could be someone's parent in most cases, though it may comfort you to know that my father was 40 when I was born, so take that for what it's worth. My mom was 36. That doesn't sound, I don't think, far off from my own family situation. Imagine pulse lasers. Man, yeah, multi-locking missiles it is.
No room for hesitation.
Alright. I almost want to let this guy chill out for a second. I think that we're gonna just... Well, whatever, it worked out. So, action, Demolisher Blade. Yeah, just absolutely axe these guys apart.
How was that?
Take them down quick.
Oh, I feel like we've got... No, we can do this. Yeah.
Got that one.
Now,
I've defeated
one thing that I haven't been doing very much is... Yeah, so down at the bottom, see down all the way down at the bottom left how it's flashing level 4? I haven't really been using that because it's just like not really come up. Should I use that meta gauge right now? Because there is a whole bunch of guys going around, and if I do this, unleash a terminal EMP, terminal unleashes an EMP pulse, halts movement, and drops aerial kaiju. It also does some damage to them. I can only use it once. You know what? Maybe I should wait until some of these guys drop down, because we do have some incoming dudes. Leap attack. Yeah, leap attack hits all these guys and repositions a bit. I like it.
Yeah, they're after me.
Big mistake, pal.
Good time, that easy, good. Hit. That's my win.
Okay, let's do this.
Try to keep one eye on like the health and stuff, but my guys are doing pretty well, I'd say. Action. Yeah, I mean, as long as there's big clusters of guys, multi-locking missiles consistently feels like the way to go.
That do it? You're through. Whoa, now there's a whole swarm of those things.
Damn it. These little punks piss me off. I guess life comes at you fast.
Oh gosh, they're not kidding. There is a... Oh, look at this. Yeah, this one's too good to pass up.
You're just small.
That's too many...
How's that? Humanity? What's the plan?
Too many dudes. All right, yeah, anti-air missiles or flares don't do anything there. So, EMP surrounding? I hit some of them, I guess. Doesn't feel very efficient. Rush attack, though, yeah, isn't going to hit near enough of them. So, I guess EMP surrounding.
Fall. Did that do it? Target destroyed.
Let's go, Montano.
Now, I've done a poor job of managing Minami's location because she is she's very close to all of these guys, and she is piloting a Sentinel that specializes in long-distance fighting. Yeah. none of these arcs are real great. Oh, but EMP Stunner looks like it's going to hit everybody in this radius. Okay.
Hold up! How's that?
For effectively no damage. Really should have paid attention to that part. Hello to Lucha Freddy. How are we all? Oh my goodness, this game is intense. Have you played it, Freddy? Because there's a lot happening graphically, but also strategically, and I'm trying to keep it together to the extent that I can. All right, multi-locking missiles against all these dudes. Yeah. Gotta thin this herd out some.
Good. Signal offline.
No fight I can't win.
I don't know. That'll get a bunch of... Oh, there's a big dude who just came down. Yeah, so in that case, ignores armor. Yeah, we're gonna shoot the guy with a lot of armor with the weapon that ignores armor. Hopefully that involves him.
Give it up. We're sitting on the zero.
Okay, so Sekigahara is basically all clear. He did a great job of getting this area in. We do have a whole bunch of guys coming in here. Can I maybe do some sort of a leap attack? I can. I'm not going to hit very many of them, but I'll be a lot closer for the effort.
Good work.
Lucian Freddy's saying no, he hasn't played this, but I think I'll have to. So this is, as far as I know, a PlayStation 4 exclusive. It's called 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. And whatever you think about you're seeing right now, give me 15 minutes and you're going to see something that is completely different and feels like it's from a different game almost. Rush attack. I think leap attack is the way to go. It simply has the largest impact radius. That is many guys. So... I think it might be a good opportunity to do Sentry Gun. Maybe not, because multi-rocket launchers will hit all of these guys coming in.
Attack landed. Got it.
They're going for me.
Oh, there's a guy coming right in here. Is there anything I can do to greet him? Shield Matrix? Oh, Flare Torpedo. Well, this is ideal. Yeah, come around, drop that right there.
How's this? Don't let up.
What just happened? It looked like he planted the Flare Torpedo on his current location, not where I wanted him to. That's a bit odd. Sentinel says it's Sentry Gun. That is my current nickname. I like it. That'd make a great raid call, too. Yeah, let's demolish her blade. Is there anything I've got better than that? EMP Surrounding. EMP Surrounding is pretty okay. At some point when we have time and there's not quite so much strategy and then conversation happening, you guys, we have to talk about the movie, The Island. Or no, sorry, The Beach. The Beach, the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tilda Swinton and like Robert Carlyle. Why is that movie famous? It's terrible. It's a terrible movie. We watched the movie for an hour and I said, I have no idea what the story is. Okay, so we got a big attack coming in. The little guys they hit, it's not too bad. It's like being bitten by fleas. You really dislike it, but it's unlikely to kill you over the course of a few minutes. This thing could kill her. I mean, I don't think it would, but we definitely have to get her out. And actually, she's at half health now that I look at her bar up there. So let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, let's go way over here, and we're gonna do multi-locking missiles, and that will get her out of the attack arc of that guy.
Go. How's that? You picked a fight with the wrong girl.
I don't know what the point of the beach was at all. So I guess it was built. It was made on a book. It was based on a book, and I guess it didn't do the book justice. Like, it wasn't a good adaptation of the book. I can believe that, because if the book had been as bad as the movie that we watched, there's no way that anybody would have made a movie out of it. So I'm just taking a look at my blue bars. Yeah, Takamiya really took it on the chin, but everybody else is doing okay. So, can I... Oh yeah, I can do a nice EMP attack here. It's not going to knock anybody out of the ground, but it's going to make them think twice about what they're doing.
Good. I guess life comes at you fast.
Rush attack. Yeah.
Here it comes! How's that? Humanity?
Force says, I love that I could right now for absolutely no good reason redeem 5,820 highlight my messages things. Whoops. Oh dear. Hold on. That's very alarming. That's a lot of incoming damage, and I don't know. I don't think I can do anything about it. Okay. This seems like a really good time to do phase plasma EMP. Halts movement and drops aerial kaiju. Sure. Hit everybody in the world, please.
What to do?
And can I possibly take some of this damage out? Oh god, I hate it. Oh wait, no, shield emitter. That might allow him to survive this.
Deploying decoys.
Well, it knocked these guys way the hell out. That might have been the EMP effect. So he's not even within the scope right now, but that's great. Lucy Freddy said, also thanks for popping into my Fall Guys chill stream. Oh yeah, Freddy, I love dropping in and having you on in the background any opportunity that we get. It's been a very busy weekend for streaming, but in a very, very good way, and I was glad to see you on. Flare torpedo? Flare torpedo doesn't seem that great right there. As long as we stay out of their firing arcs, I feel like we can come down here and shoot some missiles.
Good.
Okay, let's do this.
But what should we do, Takamiya? Because you are a little bit below half health, and I'm not feeling great about that. Oh, but I do feel very good about the arm-mounted convergence lasers. They're going to blast right through this guy's heavy armor.
How's the Sentinel?
The Sentinel is going to be great when you take your Demolisher Blade and just ram it right up this guy's ass.
How was that? Nothing special. I'll make it work.
Yeah. So these guys are kind of outside the bounds of play. Not all the way, but they're pretty far away. So a leap attack gets me there immediately. Alternatively, rush attack. Oh wait, no, I take it back. Rush attack is... Yeah, I can't move outside the blue bar. So this is a good opportunity, hopefully, to hit a bunch of them. Oh, there's a highlight my message war happening right now.
Gonna be okay. Definitely.
Railgun it has a very, very long range, but not quite long enough for us to hit anything with it. So I think we are gonna go on a little we're gonna go on a little run down here.
Number 17?
No, he's good. He's good. He took some damage. But he's fine. Action. Yeah, because we're gonna have some more incoming. We can even see some missiles coming in. So let's shield matrix these guys to make sure they can just sort of eat these hits.
The practice round's over. You're just small fry. A fine hit.
Yeah, they took 0 damage from that incoming attack. That was great. And looking at our mini-map, there's really just the last guy down here. So, Demolisher Blade him, man. Take him apart.
Did that do it? Target destroyed.
I can help.
Yeah, so people were talking, I was trying to remember what the movie was, but people have been talking recently about the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, The Beach, and having now watched it for the first time, I earnestly don't know why. That movie is...
What next?
The entire premise of the movie, the whole thing is, hey, you guys, like, what if there was a beach that was so private that people didn't know where it was, and it was, like, awesome? But then Leonardo DiCaprio shows up, and he sucks, and he never takes any responsibility for his actions, and he messes everything up, and everybody loses everything. He's fine, though. Don't worry. Leonardo DiCaprio, he's rock solid, man. But, like, everybody else loses everything, and that's the whole movie, so it takes, like, 2 hours. Why is that fun? Oh, I am out of EP. I have 1 EP. That's okay. I don't need any more EP to do this. And honest to God, there's like virtually no narrative through line in... Am I close enough now? Oh, I'm so close to being close enough. I can shoot the rockets out of the sky, or I can shoot that guy and kill him. I don't know which is better. Probably neither. I gotta move some more.
Number 17, move!
Sentinels don't like me.
Yeah, everybody went all the way over there to do work, and now they're trying to commute all the way back. Okay, G4. There are rockets coming in. I would like them to not impact if I could, so let's do multi-locking missiles.
How's this? Hit. Target destroyed.
Good.
I guess life comes
Most
at
of
you
the targets
fast.
are down. Now, this guy's heavily armored. Yeah, I have very little that I can do with this. So it'll attack ground kaiju several times, but it'll take a hit if he does this. So I'll tell you what, we're just gonna move him back. We're gonna pull him back a bit.
Number 12, moving out.
If I drop a Guardian now, will that interrupt the attack that he's currently setting up? I don't think so. And I can't go farther than this. So, probably just hit him with multi-rocket launchers.
Take them off. A hit.
What next?
Also, Lucha Freddy's redeeming Auto-Tune Auspicious Angel. Sentry Gun has redeemed Send Angel to Space. Lucha Freddy redeems ASMR Angel. So I have a confession to make. I have never seen an ASMR stream. So isn't it just a bunch of people like Force says, ah yes, the ever popular ASMR genre, Auto-Tune. By the way, so as long as we're on the topic of auto-tune, what's the deal with that woman who like just released a music video called like Little Red Dress or something, and everybody's talking about it because of how
life comes at you fast.
absolutely shockingly tone deaf she is? I only watched a few moments of the music video. It did, I agree, seem utterly tuneless, but the only reason that suddenly came to mind is that it was reminding me of oh, I can hit him from here, and he can't hit back.
Get wrecked! That do it? Say your prayers.
Termination of enemy signals confirmed.
Like, you're not familiar with what I'm referencing? Look up, like, on YouTube, Little Red Dress, like, YouTube thing, and it's like a whole
Terminal closure complete.
cottage industry that's coming up around this.
2-kilometer area now fully secure. Ending technical analysis.
The Aegis activated. The city's definitely taken damage, but no casualties.
Back in the days when I ran with my gang, I used to talk about how I wanted to tear this whole city down. Never thought I'd actually end up destroying it in some big robot battle.
But you're still fighting to protect it. There's not much more we can do.
Yeah, who asked you? What the hell would you know about how I feel?
I'm looking forward to her story.
If you're going to lash out at people, could you try not to do it when our lives are at stake?
Who asked you?
Come on, Yuki-chan.
Yeah, Look, I'm sorry. All this shit's just getting to me.
Guess we pushed them back.
Yeah, Takamiya, we actually have very little vision into. She presents as like a very, very tough character, but we haven't actually seen her do that outside of the giant robot stomping stuff that we see all the characters do. Yeah, rough. I took a lot of damage with Takamiya.
Come on,
And
guys.
yet, she got
We some
MVP.
ass to kick.
And when I was laughing, I really liked it when Centrifugal Force said, "Oh, yeah, I am 0.03 seconds into it, and it's rough, the little red dress." Hey, Takamiya got her level 10 pilot skill. Let's do this Natchan, which is Natsuno, I would think. I took a lot of Sentinel damage, and yet still got the S rank. Yes, in fact, it is Takamiya. Actually, that'd be great. She's not Mia from Persona for sure, but I could see it. I could see it for us. And we got our bonus objectives. I gotta say, I felt like a lot of the city was on fire, but so much the better. Okay, let's also spend some of our mystery points, because why wouldn't we? So, Freddy, that was a battle. For Freddy and anybody who might be seeing this for the first time, if we go over to Event Archive or Mystery Files, yeah, so every time you do things, you get like a mystery point, and then you can unlock something about the story to help, you know, explain what the fuck is going on. So let's unlock the man who looks like Juro Karabe, who's one of the 13 playable characters. Yes, please. The man who appears and fights alongside the woman who looks like Iori Fuyusaka in Juro Karabe's dream. Well, yeah, I knew that. I was really hoping for some, you know, clarification on what that means. The professor's first name is Heizo. In 1945, he's involved with the development of a secret weapon for fighting against the Americans. He has a daughter named Kiriko Doji. He's the originator of the Shikishima technology. Shikishima's technological strides after the war were thanks to his groundwork. Sure, let's read about the Deimos Code. Fluffy, I'm just letting you guys know, zero idea who Fluffy is. Fluffy explains to Megumi Yakushiji that the Deimos Code is a relic of an ancient civilization that destroyed another world. Who the hell is Fluffy? Do we know a Fluffy? Or is that the cat that I refused to broker a deal with? I really don't remember. Alright, let's read about the high school, and I've only got 2 mystery points left. A high school, located in the center of Ashitaba City. Each grade consists of 5 classes, ranging from A to E. There's a total of 512 students, exactly 512 students in the school. It is a comprehensive junior and senior high school, and their policy requires all students to wear uniforms and not live with each other outside of school time. They must not live with one another. Strictly forbidden. And then finally, let's read about the nurse's office. A school facility where students receive consultation, guidance, and treatment for injuries and illness. There are 3 male students who show up here every day just to see the school nurse, Ms. Morimura. I hope Freddy is still around if we re-encounter Ms. Morimura. She cuts a distinctive silhouette, we'll say. Okay, yeah, at the moment, I say let's continue with Keitaro. Let's see how far that we can take this story. I should have read Forces before I started this. Oh, really gonna admire the sunset again?
I am, at least the sunset is always the same. I met Natsuno-san over at the shrine. She ended up dodging my question. What was she doing there? She attends the same school as Jiro-kun. At least that's what he told me.
So has he not been back to the school since he moved in with him? Because that seems like something that's easy to verify. Lucha Freddy did redeem that I should put on a little red dress. Freddy, what you didn't realize is that I am in fact already wearing one. It's a bit tight, especially since I've had a bunch of pasta today, but it's actually quite dashing in totality. So Force is watching it. She notes that of the music video Little Red Dress, likes and dislikes are turned off. She very much likes the commenter, "This is just awesome. Whenever I sing in the shower, I sound horrible compared to the original. But with this song, I'm an improvement. Thanks for making me feel talented," which was very good. Oh, Carol Luna has to turn in. Carol Luna, have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out. I did, and we will continue with the story in just a second. I wanted to touch on some point about the fact that, like, Mia has been playing Bendy in the Ink Machine, and Carol Luna, the fact that you can't join in for that because of the abundance of flickering lights is a point of disappointment for Mia and the rest of us, to the point where we were actively looking, is there any way to get rid of that? And there is not. So hopefully you'll be able to rejoin for the next game. I will say that I feel like Mia is in probably the last third of the game based on how it's structured, so hopefully it will not be too much longer.
Despite a catastrophic loss.
Oh, we read this one, or heard this one. Probably heard the rest of these too. So, if I wanted to change my history, yeah. So, we know what happens up here. What are our other options that we can do from here? Oh, I can't go to 1945. I can go to Natsuno, I think. Okay, I feel like I can go unlock Natsuno. Yeah, keywords currently held. So how do I do that? Do I have to think about her? I just did, though. I can gaze.
The kid that lived next door to us was killed in an air raid. Children in this era don't have to worry about that.
Oh, and also, Force is making an observation that, so it's a Taylor Swift song that I don't think I've heard, but people are saying of the song Little Red Dress that the bridge or the hook is just a straight up rip off of a Taylor Swift song. I have not heard it, the Taylor Swift song, to know one way or the other. Oh, I can look at this.
I need to figure out how to take back the Sentinel. Then I can find a way to return to 1945. Though, I can't seem to reactivate it. I've tried countless times, too. I hope I didn't break it. If there's a mechanical issue, I'd love to take a look at it. But security around the building's been tight lately. Now I can't get too close.
Oh, yeah, Force. Yes, a lot of people. I've seen many people comment on that similarity, which is interesting because I thought that I heard a lot of, oh, what's the name of that? What's the name of the song? If I die young, bury me in satin, weigh me down, or lay me down with a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, send me away with the words of a love song. What song is that? That one. Apologies for the terrible rendition there, but that's, I don't know the name of it, and Little Red Dress has If I Die Young, says Centrifugal Force is the name of the song. Little Red Dress has some similarities to me, at least, when I hear that. All right, so I guess the thing about the Sentinel?
Just the Sentinel and I brought here. That thing is beyond me. I'm no expert, but I know it's capable of some extraordinary feats. Time travel, though.
Yeah, see, we heard this
Could
one.
The Sentinel possess? Before the war, my uncle gave...
Okay.
I can't just sit here. Actually,
That factory at the mountain pass may have survived the air raid. It might still be standing in this era.
Oh, sure. Let's hit it. Just had to find the right thing to think about. 1,600 hours heading to the factory at something pass. Didn't quite get it. Well, apparently I can think about Natsuno again.
Natsuno-san. Get it together, Keitaro. She certainly is quite... Yes. I admit, she's bright, cheerful, attractive. But right now, I have more urgent matters to tend to. I saw when the war supposedly ends in that history book. August of 1945. If that's true, then Japan loses the war in just 3 months.
So I'm looking up at the top right and see how one of the green bars is bright? It indicates that there's something new to learn, I think, from his thoughts.
I checked the library for any records of such a weapon. But in all of history, nothing like it has ever existed. Not in the US, not anywhere. What was that thing?
Okay, that was all the thoughts. And so sometimes, like, you push and he walks, and other times, like, I'm just moving the stick, it's just in a dead sprint. Oh, I missed whatever I should be looking at. This is the, like, secret weapons facility, apparently. I don't see anything to interact with. So, while I'm trying to figure out what I'm here to do, and maybe I just have to think a thought.
Our mother's terrible at sewing.
Okay, that's it. Oh, there we go. The very
Ayane
next thing.
Park. This is where the factory used to be.
Simulator wrote not wearing pants. Force asked what? Oh, now I can go further. And Simulator clarified every time he, meaning Keitaro, thinks of Natsuno, he calls her bright, energetic, and pauses, so I add, and not wearing pants.
Chihiro? Is it really you?
What business do you have with my little sister?
Who are you?
I'm that child's older brother. Is there something you need from her?
No. She just looks like a relative of mine.
Let's get going.
I can neither move nor talk.
Chihiro. If she's still alive, she'd be over 40 by now. If she's... We don't have a family burial plot where I'd find her. I have no idea what's happened to her. She's either alive somewhere in this world, or... Chihiro, I'm going to find my way back to you.
Force is very much enjoying Goto, is that his name? Excessively formal method of speaking.
In any case, I should go talk to Natsuno-san. She must know something.
Also, she's the only person that you know outside of Juro. Oh my gosh, Ricardo, thank you so much for the resubscription. Who says, did that shit work finally? Was it giving you trouble before? But also Force was like, I am that child's older brother. Yes, I refer to my brother, whom I love dearly, as that child. At some point, I'd just like to finish the thought about Bendy. Bendy used a lot of, like, really aggressive flickering lights for atmosphere in the game, and, like, it doesn't bother me, but it really is troubling when Mia's trying to stream it and others experience any sort of, like, photosensitivity. So the fact that it can't be toggled off, that it's not integral to the gameplay, and it's something that the developers conceivably could have an option to disable, but they don't. I hope it's the sort of thing that is thought about in future games. Like, I'm not mad at Bendy. I would just like to see, like, maybe some, if we can do arachnophobia modes where spiders in games are replaced by other creatures, another feature that I support despite it not benefiting me in any way, I think that's a great thing to have. Let's also like have the, like, let's have a reduction of flickering lights as an option.
Sakura High School. It looks nothing like the school I attended.
Oh, that's right, Ricardo, you were having an issue with, like, the payment system, and it wouldn't let you resubscribe. Ricardo, all I can say is that I am honored that you kept trying, and that this is apparently, the first place that you were able to get resubscribed to. It really does mean a lot, and I hope you've had a great summer. I know you've been very busy, that you did the movie for school. I think the last time that you streamed, we got a chance to toss over to more Lords of Football. But mostly I just hope that you're doing well.
If she's...
Oh,
we don't
wait,
have
I've already thought about that. I don't want to keep thinking about my dead sister.
It's still here. It's been renovated. But I do recognize this building. If this is the school building, then over there's where the potato field used to be. Looks like that plot of land got bigger. I wonder if there's a way in.
Wait, like, so... It's just like a way in where, because there's absolutely nothing blocking him from the large green doors that we can see there in the background. So he wants to go in someplace else, I take it? Well, hold on. Before I do this... Oh, yeah, no, we are following up on our lead. Let's do it.
There's no one here. Do they not use this building? This building was brand new. Now the floorboards creak. The pillars are all scratched up. It really has been 40 years.
He's remembering his friend. I also remember his friend. Oh yeah, reminisce.
This is where I waited for Takatoshi-san. And where Tamao-san came to see me off. How strange. It almost feels like it was all just a distant dream. Alright, enough. This isn't the time to be getting sentimental.
Well, hold on. Did I do the things that I guess so. So, do we have any thought on, like, why is this one orange? Is it because I needed to think about Chihiro to get here, or I have insufficient amount of Chihiro to get everything in that particular location? Because everything else is blue. Maybe I'm heading back there or something. I don't know. I think Samuelander's now listening to Red Dress as well.
Oh, Miura-kun.
Hey, Rumi.
Megumi-san, thank you again for the bento you gave me. I found a nice spot to eat it by the Kaide River.
Kaide.
A bento with meatballs. Quite luxurious. I was very impressed.
Oh, they were just regular old meatballs. Nothing special, but I'm glad you liked it.
What are you doing out here? Are you looking for someone?
I'm trying to find Natsuno-san. Would you happen to know where she is?
Minami-san? She should be in the track room. The athletic building's over that way. Want me to go check?
No, that's okay.
Oh yeah. So for dinner tonight, I think I'll make Hamburg steak. You seem to really like it.
You mean that giant ball of meat?
Hamburger meat, yeah. It's Jiro's favorite. So try not to come home too late.
I hope they at least do the dishes. Wait, hold on. I want to think about hamburger.
Those meatballs they call hamburger. I've never had anything so delicious. Enough. This is no time to be distracted by food.
I really want to get a cheeseburger. It's way too late for one, but...
Natsuno-san's over there.
I have a question. If we,
Everyone's staring at me. I'm glad I found Natsuno-san. But I don't like all this attention.
Before I go on, so Salamander, so like we were talking about earlier, Salamander got a chance to see the Fear Street trilogy, or at least almost all of it. He might have missed a little bit from the first movie. I'm curious, like, Salamander, if you, like, do you think that your kids would like it? Like, R.L. Stine is kind of famous for doing, like kid-friendly horror.
Hey,
you! Hold on. It's sort of positioned as being like a youth-friendly horror movie. I'm just curious, like, do you think that your kids would like it, for example? I'm trying to figure out, like, what the good age range is for the Fear Street trilogy on Netflix.
You've been standing there an awfully long time.
I was looking at chat.
What are you doing?
I'm waiting for Natsuno Minami.
Minami? How do you know her?
And how old are you?
Looks like a middle school uniform to me.
No, I'm,
Seriously? You guys have to be so nosy?
Natsuno-san.
Come on, let's go. Sorry I took a while getting changed.
Oh,
It's
she's
fine.
wearing a skirt.
I said I'd wait.
I didn't even notice.
So, whenever you exercise, you all change into outfits that show your legs? That's fascinating.
Anyway, you kinda showed up at school out of nowhere. Everything okay?
Natsuno-san, I met you before, back in 1945. And now, here you are.
Huh?
You must know something about all this. About how I ended up in this era. Please, tell me what you know.
That's, Jeez, how do I put this?
Show him your robot.
Look, I can't really talk about it here.
We could go to the building I used back in my time. It seemed to be empty.
The old school building. We can go in there?
Yes, it was open.
All right, then we'll talk about it there. Let's go. I always thought this place would be locked up.
And hello to Brian.
We should be good here. Miura-kun, can you keep a secret?
Of course.
Okay. Then I'll tell you. Don't freak out, okay? This is BJ. He's an alien from the future.
I really like the fact that he has like phonetical spelling for things like hamburger, BJ. That's a very nice touch.
BJ's looking for the robot he used to get here. And I'm helping him find it.
A robot?
Does the word Sentinel ring a bell? That Sentinel from back in 1945 belongs to BJ's alien friend. There are a few of them, too.
How does she know about the Sentinel? And did she say it was made by aliens? It's a top-secret military weapon created by Japan.
I don't need to tell you this, but those babies are capable of time travel.
I don't care who's responsible for creating the Sentinel. I need it to save my country. But what do I do? The circuit should have repaired itself by now. But I can't seem to reactivate it.
So I don't get a chance to read everything out loud as soon as it comes across, but I did like Centrifugal Force saying, how does this butter churner know anything about guns?
This BJ. I have some questions about it. I've heard Shikishima engineers talk about something like this. Isn't this actually a type of scout unit?
Shikishima? They don't dabble in alien technology. All they do is make weapons, and BJ is no weapon.
Oh, that's a big assumption.
Keitaro Miura.
If he's just a scout unit, explain how he can talk. Don't be a jerk, Miura-kun. BJ isn't some kind of robot. This is just a spacesuit. Aliens come in all shapes and sizes. My guess is, the only thing inside that suit is BJ's brain.
I also like that Minami has basically invented her own completely fictional story for anything that's going on based on movies that she's seen. I feel like she's one of the more unreliable narrators just because there's no foundation for the things that she says and thinks about when we're playing as her. She's like, oh, it's clearly this. It's like, what are you talking like Men in Black? Although in her defense, we have actually seen men in black suits wandering around. So, like, again, left and right, they just don't quite do what you expect.
I don't care who's responsible for creating the Sentinel. I need it to save my country. But what do I do? The circuit should have repaired itself by now. But I can't seem to reactivate it. Why are you searching for the Sentinel? What's your objective?
To uncover the truth.
The truth?
You wish to know where you came from, do you not?
What are you talking about? I came from 1945.
Incorrect. Your log proves otherwise.
My log?
Yeah, show us.
This log. If you really have it, I'd like to see it.
Professor, I have switched over to a private channel. Professor Takamiya, can you hear me?
Is that...
Miura-kun?
Professor Takamiya.
I'm connected now. Thanks, Miura-kun.
What the heck? Yuki-chan?
Everything goes smoothly with the shuttle?
I was able to secure a seat thanks to you. It'll probably be the last shuttle. This place will be lost by tomorrow, too.
Has the front line advanced that much already?
Afraid so. If anything, they're picking up speed. Did Natsuno get out safely?
She arrived in Sector 4 about 5 hours ago.
Ah, so she's there with you. You know, you two. I never approved of your relationship.
What?
Mom!
Mom?
There's my girl. You know I'm only kidding. I didn't think you wanted to talk to me anymore.
Of course I do.
I'm sorry about all the trouble with your father. He and I haven't been on good terms since we split up.
It's okay, Mom. I want to be with you.
I know. Me too, Not-chan.
Yuki-chan's my mom?
I'm sorry, Professor Takamiya. The shuttle's about to take off.
All right. I'll see you at Sector 3 in 14 hours.
We'll be waiting for you at Landing Zone 10.
Looking forward to it.
The destruction is spreading. It's only a matter of time until the surface is lost.
What the heck was all that?
You guys, I have literally no idea. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what time period anybody is from. I don't know what their relationships are. Now Takamiya, who is presented as being the same age as Minami in the year 1985, is also her mother in the year 2185. I don't know.
That was just a segment of the log I've retained.
I have to know. When was that log recorded?
In the year 2188.
That doesn't make sense. How's this even possible? Yuki-chan's my mom in the future?
As Sam Leonard says, like it's going to be a whole project to try to figure out what's going on. It's not. It really is not a complaint. It's that there is a method to this madness, but it doesn't change the fact that there's madness to get there. Everyone move one seat to the left, or fucking whatever it is. I don't know. So, oh, there she is. Well, I take it back. We're doing her story next because now I just have to know. Why does she, Okay. Everybody else just sort of turns around. I guess she's tired, but there she goes. Okay, that is a good place to save it for today because, I mean, who knows what else is going to happen. Like I said, this is going to be one of those games that we fit in as frequently as we can just because I need to try to keep both hands on the story, and it's just challenging to do. As we go, let me just scroll back because we had asked Sam Lander a question earlier. Oh, I also wanted to, so before I go, if you guys have not seen Brian's new car, that's been a running sort of background story across many streams, probably a few different games now. Brian has his car, and he posted a photograph of it in Mia's Discord, and it looks great. It really looks like a very cool story. Sam Lander did watch Red Dress. I'm very impressed that Sam Lander and Forrest both made it a good distance through that. But before we move on from that, based on like if you just do like 2 minutes of research into this, you will come up with all the research that other people have done. And I've seen it proposed that the person who sang Little Red Dress, whose name does not come to mind right now, that this is some sort of an elaborate troll because it's so tone deaf, it's so off kilter. Tashir saying, have a great night. Tashir, thank you so much for coming by. I'm very much looking forward to Division Force tomorrow. If you guys are looking for something great to watch tomorrow morning, I very much hope that you'll check it out because it is so great to have that back on. As a musician, I would be fascinated to know what Tashir would make of something like Little Red Dress because it's so bad. So like people propose it must just be an act, right? It's some sort of like an elaborate rickroll, and noting that a lot of this woman's social media just sort of like just came up in the last year or two, but they've also uncovered footage of like her performing at an open mic night, which is exactly as bad. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know. it's kind of an interesting mystery that's been set up. Is it actually possible that this woman got together with a camera person and a sound person and a director maybe of some kind and shot this fairly elaborate music video inside an Episcopal church, and no one at any point said, and you're gonna like dub this over with someone else's voice at some point too, right? Like they maybe had the conversation with her. And I'm not saying any of this to be cruel. It is, factually speaking, not good. And so it just sort of begs the question as to where all of this came from. So that's sort of the topic that we've been discussing in the background here. More to the point, the question was posed to Samalander, because Samalander has kids. He did say that he saw most of Fear Street, and says the older of his kids is maybe a little bit too old, and the younger is too young. The older might be okay, but is not into horror at all. And then of Minami, that Kiora... I'm sorry. Kito? God damn it. Is obsessed with her lack of pants. I really want to stress as we go here, it's not an act. It's not like I'm not doing a bit. I have difficulty remembering names in general, and it just takes a disappointing amount of time for me to figure them out when we're introduced to like 36 characters, not just the 13 that we can play, but more than that, tertiary characters, side friends and stuff, and it's just like trying to keep them all straight. I continue to have difficulty remembering their names. I just want to make that clear that it's not like, oh, LOL, I'm North American, this is Japanese game, so I'm going to have fun. No. I really do want to try to keep everybody straight and to say their names correctly. Go back. We're sort of rounding out here. Oh yeah, like I didn't even notice. Like Minami's been wearing jogging shorts for so long, I didn't even notice that she came out in a skirt. I think that might be the first time that we've seen it. Force is noting that AHA released a remastered version of Take On Me in 4K. Yeah, I saw that. That's cool. I'm just, it's not a begrudging why, it's just sort of like a surprised why. Like, who paid for that? Where did it come from that they decided to do that? I think it's perfectly cool that they did it. It's a very catchy song and a very, very memorable music video. Sam Lander also loves unreliable narrators in stories. One of my favorites is the point of view character from one of Drienne's favorite stories. Thank you for not giving it away, because sometimes it's not immediately clear. Actually, usually it's not immediately clear if you're dealing with an unreliable narrator. Sam Lander said of Kiora, I think, he wants to see BJ's log. And was asking about Nick Carraway, who, yeah, as I recall, is the narrator character in The Great Gatsby. Forrest is saying of the music video that it could be a tax write-off. That's an interesting idea. Like an Uwe Boll style tax dodge of some kind. Oh, Lucha Freddy just watched Little Red Dress and says it's a UK-based thing. I'll find some more deets. I'm not sure that we'll have time to look into that today, Freddy, but I would be interested to know what, if anything, you find out about it. Yeah, I guess, and that's like an interesting point, that I guess the singer there is like enrolled at Oxford University. Like, she's not doing this because she's lacking for other potential creative or career outlets. It appears to be a passion project. All I can say, yeah, Forrest says she's enrolled at Oxford. I think that's correct. I believe it is. That's one of the things that people had uncovered. All I can say is that if it is an elaborate Rickroll, if it is an elaborate Tony Clifton style troll operation of laugh at me, look at me, I'm being like, look at what I've done, it is genius, because there appears to me to be a complete commitment to the bit that is Andy Kaufman-esque, and I would be so impressed if that's it. I don't think that's it, and I don't want anything that I've said here to be deemed vicious or like trying to hurt her feelings. It's just, I couldn't make it all the way through, is all I can say about that. It does reach a point. To give a very quick comparison point, there's a character on this season of Big Brother, which at the time of speaking is Big Brother 23, who enjoys making and saying raps. And when she did it at a voting ceremony, an eviction ceremony, I fast forwarded through that segment because I very much did not want to hear her rap anymore. It's okay. Anyway, we're going to move on, and by on I mean that we're going to go find somebody fun to raid. Let me see if we can get this open. Centrifugal Force is doubling down on the idea that it's a tax dodge because Oxford isn't cheap. But neither is it for, I don't want to say dummies, but like you get into Oxford through having a certain amount of intellectual acumen, and you would imagine enough self-awareness to realize what you're doing in that performance and that it doesn't qualify as singing. So I would love to do a raid over to twitch.tv/JVMcMaster, where he is doing, as far as I know, his very first stream of a game called Death's Door. And I've been very curious to see this game because it's been getting very, very good reviews from a bunch of people that I very much like and respect. Do you ever see reviews come in from like publications? You're like, oh, that seems pretty cool, and I haven't really heard of it. But then you see like people, not publications, but either people that write for publications personally giving their view, or friends of friends or something. Like everybody sort of coalescing on something that you've never previously heard of. That's what I felt like was happening a few months ago with The Beach, and believe me, we're going to get back to talking about The Beach probably in our next Mad Max stream. Holy shit, that movie was bad. But on the opposite end of that spectrum, Death's Door has just been getting rave reviews from professional critics and players alike, so I very much want to see it. So we're going to jump over to twitch.tv/JVMcMaster to find out. Ricardio is saying, have a great night, Angel. Thanks for the fun stream. Ricardio, it's great to see you again. Thank you very much for the resubscription. Thank you also to Tashir, to Force, and also for the gift subscription to Force. And there was one other person who I'm going to have to thank in our next episode because we are out of time, but I did thank them at the time. You guys, thank you so much. This game is so much fun to unravel with you. Until next time, have a great night.